Imagine a world where simply looking at something changes it. Not in the way a magnifying glass might, but on a deeper, more fundamental level. This is the strange world quantum physics reveals, where the act of observation plays a key role in shaping reality. This is the essence of the observer effect. In the quantum realm, the world of atoms and particles, things aren't so clear-cut. Particles exist in a haze of probability, their properties not fully defined until we measure them. It's like a coin spinning in the air, it's neither heads nor tails until it lands and we observe it. The very act of observation, of trying to pin down a particle's properties, forces it to choose a state. Before observation, it's a cloud of possibilities. After observation, it's a single point in reality. This is a profound departure from the classical physics of our everyday world, where objects have definite properties whether we look at them or not. This strange behavior isn't just a theoretical curiosity, it has real-world implications, from the way lasers work to the development of quantum computers. Understanding the observer effect is key to unlocking the secrets of the quantum world. The strangeness of the observer effect is perhaps best illustrated by the double-slit experiment. It's a classic experiment in quantum physics that demonstrates the wave-particle duality of matter and how observation influences outcomes. Imagine shining a beam of light at a barrier with two slits. On a screen behind the barrier, you'd see an interference pattern, a series of light and dark bands. This is what we expect when waves, like water waves, pass through two slits and interfere with each other. Now imagine shooting individual particles, like electrons, at the double slits. You might expect to see two bright spots on the screen, one behind each slit, but surprisingly, you still see an interference pattern. It's as if each electron passes through both slits simultaneously, like a wave, and interferes with itself. Now here's where it gets really weird. If we try to observe which slit each electron goes through, the interference pattern disappears. The act of observation, of knowing which path the electron takes, forces it to behave like a particle and go through only one slit. This experiment highlights the profound role of observation in quantum mechanics. It's not just about passively watching, it's about actively participating in shaping reality. The double-slit experiment raises a profound question. What exactly constitutes observation in quantum mechanics? Does it require a conscious observer like a human being, or is it simply any interaction with the environment like a measuring device? Some interpretations of quantum mechanics, like the Copenhagen interpretation, suggest that consciousness plays a key role. This has led to some rather mind-boggling ideas, such as the notion that the universe only exists because we are here to observe it. However, other interpretations, like the many worlds interpretation, propose that consciousness isn't special. Any interaction that could potentially reveal the path of a particle, whether by a human or a machine, constitutes an observation and collapses the wave function. The debate about the role of consciousness in quantum mechanics is ongoing. Some scientists believe that consciousness is fundamental, while others believe it's an emergent property of complex systems. The answer, like many things in quantum physics, remains elusive. But regardless of the interpretation, one thing is clear. Observation, whatever it may be, is not a passive act in the quantum world, it's an active process that shapes the very fabric of reality. The idea that observation shapes reality leads to a mind-bending question. What happens to the universe if there's no one around to observe it? Does it even exist? This question has puzzled philosophers and physicists for centuries. What do you think? If reality is defined by observation, then a universe without observers would be a universe without a defined reality. Can you imagine such a universe? It would exist in a superposition of all possibilities, a cosmic soup of potentialities. How does that make you feel? Some physicists believe that the universe doesn't need a conscious observer to exist. Do you agree with them? They argue that the act of observation is simply a physical interaction, and that the universe has been interacting with itself long before humans came along. What are your thoughts on this? Others suggest that consciousness might be more fundamental than we think. Could consciousness be an essential part of the universe? Perhaps it's woven into the fabric of the universe, an essential ingredient for its existence. What if our consciousness is a key to the universe's existence? Maybe we are not just observers of the universe but active participants in its creation. How do you see your role in the universe? The question of whether we create reality by observing it is a profound one without a definitive answer. What is your perspective on this? but it highlights the deep connection between us and the universe, and the central role we play in shaping our own reality. How do you feel about your connection to the universe?